Hey y'all, remember that God has a purpose for your life. When you reflect on things that you have been through and you realize that you could have died where you were at, where you could have been left at in your mess, when God starts to work on you, He starts to transform you. And it doesn't happen overnight. You will go through multiples of things, especially when you are not wholeheartedly walking with Him or not trying to, you're not walking in obedience, and we all struggle with that. That's a struggle every day to keep your head above water. But you will still struggle with things while God is working with you. You will still go through things while you are sitting in church, but you have to start to do the work too. You have to start to want your relationship with God more than you want the world. You have to know that God has a higher calling for you, or God has a purpose for you in your life. And it's hard to let things go. It's hard to let things go that you don't want to let go. And God's telling you to let them go. That was one of the hardest things for me, to be obedient to what God was telling me to do, which once I did that and I wholeheartedly said my yes, things started to come into fruition. Wisdom, understanding, those things started to happen for me. And if you're in a church that talks truth, or you're in a place that talks truth, your pastor speaks truth, you have to start taking that word and applying it to your life. You have to start working on your heart. Start working on, because once you hear a word, any word could be for you. Most of the times we can pull something out of a word that is for us, and you take it back to God. But when you start working on yourself, when you start really, saying yes to God and being obedient to what He's saying to you, all things start to come. You start to realize things. You start to see how you were oppressed. You start to see how things were trying to come and stop you from where God wants you to be. And I was reading Psalms 86 because I always reflect on my life and how, God brought me out of so much. And it talks about how God brought you out of the lowest of hell. It's one of my favorite verses and favorite, chapters, because it really talks about how God is merciful, how He gives us grace, how He, pulls us out and then protects us from our enemies. So just remember, God has a purpose for you, but you have to say your yes too. You won't see the ending of it, but you'll just have the faith and the peace within everything that you're going through to actually get to that place. And God will meet you there.